Hello students, today we are going to continue our lecture on linked lists, and today I am going to talk about the various operations that you can perform on linked list. So let us start our lecture, and the first basic operation that you are going to perform on a linked list is going to be the insertion operation. So we are going to talk about insertion and deletion in a linked list. So in today's lecture we are only going to talk about insertion operation. So insertion means adding a new node in linked list. It is more than a one step activity. So I am going to show the insertion operation with the help of diagrams. So insertion means we are going to do insertion in three ways in a linked list. First it is at the front of the linked list, second is after a given node, and third is at the end of a linked list. So when I say adding a node at the front of the linked list, that means the new node is always added before the head of the given linked list, and the newly added node now becomes the new head of the linked list. So for example, suppose here you can see in the slide there is a linked list which is having elements 10, 15, 20 and 25. We can add an element 5 at the front, then the linked list becomes 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. The function that adds at the front of the list is known as the push function. So I will show you how to use this push function, but basically we are going to study insertion without using this push function, and I will show you how to insert using how you are going to change the pointers when you insert a node. So before I show you the insertion with the help of diagrams, let us first see how a linked list is created. So up till now you have only studied the theory part of linked list, that it consists of a node and the node is having two fields, which is the data field and the pointer field. So today I am going to show you with the help of a simple C++ program how you can create a linked list. So here we are going to create a linked list consisting of 3 nodes. So first I will create a linked list with 3 nodes, and each node will have its own pointer, and after that we are going to link the nodes together. First we will create the nodes, then we will link them together, and the external pointers to the second and the third node will be deleted. Only the external pointer to the first node will be there, because through that external pointer you will be able to traverse the whole linked list. So as I told you in the previous class, one node of a linked list can be defined with the help of this class. So see, I have taken a class and I have defined that class as node, and it is having two fields. One is integer data and the other is itself the node field star next, which is the pointer to the next node. Now we are showing this is a program to create a simple linked list with 3 nodes. So as you can see here, I have defined 3 nodes. One node, first node is called as the head, second is called as the second, and the third is called as the third, and the pointers to these 3 nodes, the pointer fields are kept as null now, because we are creating nodes, separate nodes. So the pointer fields I have marked as null. So first node head pointer is null, second is null, third is null. Now we are going to allocate these 3 nodes in the heap. That means in the memory I am going to create the space for these 3 nodes. So I have created these 3 in the memory. I have given them in the memory heap. I have given them space with the help of this function new node, and head, second and third. This is the name of the 3 nodes that I have created. Now see, this is how you will see that 3 blocks are allocated dynamically in the memory. So we have pointers to these 3 blocks, and we are going to call those pointers as head, second and third. So a little bit of alignment problem is there. So this is head, this is second and this is third. 3 nodes and space has been allocated in the memory. Now what we are going to do is we are going to assign data to the first node, and we are going to link the first node to the second node. So here see, in this statement, what I am doing is I am assigning a value of 1, data 1 as 1 to the first node. So head data is equal to 1 and head next is equal to second, because the next field of the first node is going to point to the second. So see here, this is my pointer and this is my head node, and it is having a data value of 1 and a pointer to the next node. So next field is having a pointer to the second node. Similarly, we can assign values to the second and the third node. So here I have assigned value of 2 in the second node and a pointer to the third node, and in the third node the pointer field is going to be null and the data field is 3. So now here we have the linked list which is ready. We have a head which is pointing to the first node, and this is how your first node is connected to the second node, is connected to the third node, and third is having the pointer field as null, indicating that this is the last node in your linked list. Now we can return 0, because since the return type is going to be 0, since you have just created a linked list. But before this return type, if I insert print list and in bracket I give head, then you will be able to traverse the whole list through pointers, because I have because through the head I am going to enter the linked list, and with the help of pointers I can traverse the whole list. So this is how you can traverse the list, by inserting this insert print list head. So it is going to print all the elements of your linked list one after the other. Now see, first we are going to see insertion at the front of the linked list. So as you can see, previously this was your linked list which was having nodes A, B, C and D, and in front of this A node I am going to insert another node with a value of E. So this is the new node which is being inserted, and as you can see I have put a red cross here, because previously my first node was A and my head pointer was pointing to this, but now I have to insert one node before A. So I am going to first create this node, and then I am going to assign the next pointer the address of A, and in the head pointer I am going to assign the address of E, so that E becomes my first node. So now if I see after insertion, my head will point to E, which becomes my first node, and E next field is pointing to A next field is pointing to B, B's next field is pointing to C, and C's next field is pointing to D. D's next field is null, indicating that this is the last node in the linked list. So this is the algorithm with the help of which you can insert one node. So I have here defined the new node. I first created the new node, and I have kept it as a struct field. I have the type is struct, which is a user defined type, and see here malloc function is used to assign this node the memory assign the memory space in the memory. Okay, so the space, it is size of struct node. That means whatever was the size of nodes in your linked list, suppose it was consisting of integers, and one integer was having 4 bytes and 1 byte was used to store the pointer, then those 5 bytes will be assigned to this new node in the memory, anywhere where the 5 bytes are free. Okay, now I am going to assign the data to this new node. So new node data will be equal to whatever data, like here it was E, so I can put here E and semicolon. Then I am going to give the next field some value. So this next field is the pointer field, and I have to assign it the address of A, and address of A is held in this head pointer. So star and head, because this is the pointer and I am dereferencing it here. So when you dereference a pointer, you are actually accessing the value stored in this head pointer. So the value stored is the address of A node. So I am going to assign that address to the next field of the new node, which was your E node, and to this head pointer I am going to assign the address of new node. So this now new node, that is your E node, becomes the first node, because your header is going to point to this, and this new node is going to point to A node, and hence you will be able to insert a new node at the beginning of the linked list. Now see, if I have to insert a node after a given node, what I have to do is, just like in the previous example where you had inserted at the beginning, here I have to insert after B. So now E is inserted after B. So what I have to do, I have to just see that the new node, I have to create this new node, and its pointer field will have the address of C, and I can get this address of C from B's next field. So B's next field is holding the address of C, which I am going to assign here, and in E the B's next field will have the address to E. So this field will be, this pointer will be changed, and this pointer will be assigned a value. The value which was stored here previously will be assigned here, and here new value of E will be taken, and in this way a new node will be inserted. So you have to just change the value of 2 pointers and you are able to insert a node. You don't have to shift any elements like you had to shift in an array. So here also, see, I have created a new node and I have assigned it the size in the size of struct node. I have given it space in the memory with the help of malloc function. Now I have assigned the data to this new node, and what I am going to do, the next field will be equal to previous, because previous was the previous node. See here, previous was B. So whatever this B is having, iska address I am going to assign to this new node. So new node will have equal to previous node next, the address stored in the next field of the previous node, and the previous node will now point to the new node. So this is how you can insert a node in between two nodes that are given to you. Now here we are going to insert a node at the end. So when I insert at the end, what will happen, I have to change two pointers. E will be the new node which I will create, its next field will become null since it is the last node, and here D, which was the previous to this E, it is going to have the address of E. So now till now the concept is clear to you. So let us see the insertion at the end. So this is how we are going to insert. Here again I have created the new node, and I have assigned space and memory with the help of malloc function. I have assigned the data, and see, new node next will become equal to null, and the last next will become equal to new node. So this is how you can insert nodes at the beginning, at a given location, and at the end of the linked list. So today we have talked about insertion. So thank you students, and in my next class I am going to show you how you can delete a node from a linked list. So stay tuned, keep learning, and wait for my next video. Thank you students.